know I haven't posted anything about the truck in a while. I've been obsessed with the Ducati. I'm still working on the Ducati. It's in pieces all over the shop. You'll have to watch a Ducati video if you want to learn more about that. As it happens, I'm waiting on a parts delivery before I can do my next thing on the Ducati. So I gotta knock this stuff out. And I know it's boring, and I know you've watched me do this. But this is the part where you make the finish good, better, best, and also this is where you find out where you have to touch stuff up. Because we're not professional painters. We don't know what we're doing. We're just winging it. And so, you know, stuff happens. On the other panel, everything was great until I got to the very end, and then there was one little spot like this big where when I buffed it, it went straight through it buffed off the clear coat and went to the paint. So you got to sand around that, and then we're gonna have to touch it up with some clear coat. On this panel down there, there's a light section like right here where the paint coverage isn't all the way, and so it's noticeable. So I'm gonna have to sand that, touch that up, which means that has to get re-cleared. So what I recommend is you do this step. If everything works out, you're done. If you're not done, then you got to go back and fix it. So it's just all part of the process. There's some little nibs on here. That's a bug gut, but it's on inside of the fender, so it'll be okay. So I'm gonna sand up and around. Remember to stay away from your edges because you'll burn through. I did that on the tailgate. I got to touch that up. And the next time I spray, I'm gonna do better. That's all I can say. It's a learning process. If you're not learning, you're not paying attention. So, you get to listen to some music from my buddy Todd. I'm gonna sand this whole son of a gun, and then we're gonna come back and start polishing it. So when it's time to polish, I'll talk some more, but until then, I'm done. This is just soapy water, little lemon joy, Dawn dish soap, whatever you want to use, fine with me. Stay away from this overlap. You're not going to get your polishing pad into this corner. It's going to lift and you'll have a scratchy mark. So I just kind of put like one finger here and then I'll go like this. Okay, so that took about 50 minutes, 50. So I stay away from these things because the bolts, when they go through and you tighten everything back up, it makes them proud and you'll burn through. We can buff over that and minimize it a little bit. This is a spot weld that we didn't fill. So we had a spot weld here, 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 you know, right there. Those filled really nice. This is where the fender's gonna sit. So there's really no reason why we gotta sand in here. We'll run the buffer over this. And then, like I said, stay away from your edges and your corners. And then we'll hit it with the buffer. So when we buff it, then we'll know if we have to do any touch-ups, but not until then. So again, we're using, they changed the formula. So it used to be a 105, now it's a 110. But, you know, it says it removes 1200 grit and finer. We're using 2000 grit. But when you're doing this with 2000 grit, you're actually getting paint pieces off and scratching the surface. So, you know, there's going to be some work involved. And then I picked up one of their pads. I'm going to see how it does. It's a 7-inch and I'm running like a 5-inch, but it'll be okay. We'll have 2 inches extra. It'll work. And we'll see how this one does. I still have the green ones that I like using, but this one's bigger. So we'll see. I think the main thing is getting your pad centered. At least for me it is. So you can see we got a lot of movement here. The big pad, you're not gonna be able to get into this corner without going all the way over, and then it's gonna lift and it's not gonna get in there anyway. Clean rags, these are clean out of the washing machine. First time you're gonna have to load it up pretty good. So if you look right here in the light, you can still see these little fine scratches. That's from the sandpaper. And so we're still cutting. So I'm going to switch to this green pad because it's a little bit smaller and I can get here on this edge, and then I'm going to work these scratches out. This one's alright, but it's a little, this blue one's a little too big for what I want to do. I mean, it's working, but non-sanded portion in this light bar, so you can probably see it's all pixelated. If you look right down there, we're getting into it. So I'm gonna put the big pad on and I'm gonna come do this part. Okay, cool. Rolling.
Got a letter this morning. How you reckon it read? Said, hurry, hurry, yeah, your love is dead. I said, I got a letter this morning. How you reckon it read? I said, hurry, hurry, the guy you love is dead. Grabbed my suitcase, took off down the road. Got down there, so lay down on that cooling board. I said, I grabbed my suitcase, took off down the road. I got down there, she was laid out on that cooling board. Well, I walked right close, looked down in her face. Said, the good old gal got laid to the judgment day. I said, I got right close, looked down in her face. The good old gal got to lay down till the judgment day. Looked like there's 10,000 people standing around the burying ground. Didn't know I loved her till they laid her down. Looked like there were 10,000 people standing around the burying ground. I said I didn't know how much I loved her till they laid her down. Lord have mercy on my wicked soul. Wouldn't mistreat my baby for my weight in gold. I said, Lord have mercy on my wicked soul. I would mistreat my baby for my weight in gold. Well, I fold my arms, slowly walked away. I said, fare thee well, honey, see you on Judgment Day. I said, I'll fold up my arms and slowly walked away. I said, fare thee well, see you on the Judgment Day. You know, I went in my room, I bowed down to pray. Blues came along, drove my spirit away. I said, I went into my room, bow my head to pray. I said the blues came along, Lord, drove my spirit away. You know I didn't feel so bad till the good old sun went down. Didn't have a soul, throw my arms around. Said I didn't feel so bad. The good old sun went down. That's when I didn't have no soul, throw my arms around. Well, I said I loved you, baby, like I love myself. You don't have me, you won't have nobody else. I said I love you, baby, but I love myself. I can't have you, baby, but you can't have nobody else. You know it's hard, I love someone who don't love you. I said it's hard, it's so hard, love someone that don't love you. Ain't no satisfaction, don't care what in the world you do. Got up this morning, just about to break a day, hugging that pillow where she used to lay. I said I woke up this morning, just about to break a day. I said I was hugging that pillow where my girl used to lay. Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoes. You know my dad, baby, had more walking blues. I said I woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoes. I said, you know about that, baby, I had them all walking blues. You know, I cried last night and the night before. Got to change my way of living so I don't cry no more. I said I cried last night and all the night before. Change my way of living, I don't have to cry no more. Hush. Thought I heard her call my name. It was so loud, it was so nice and plain. I said, oh, hush. Thought I heard her call my name. If it wasn't so loud, Lord, it's so nice and plain. Well, listen, whatever you do, there is one thing, honey, try to get along with you. I said, now listen, oh, whatever you do, there is one thing, honey, I'll try to get along with you. Well, the minute seemed like hours and the hour seemed like day. It seemed like good old gal don't stop the low down ways. I said, minute seemed like hours, hours seemed like days. Oh, my good old gal don't stop the low down cheating ways. You know, love's a hard old phone, make you do things you don't want to do. I said, love's a hard old phone, make you do things you don't want to do. Well, love sometimes make you feel sad and blue. I said, well, I love sometimes make you feel sad and blue.
So again, let's look at the light. Pixelated. That's because of the orange peel. And then when you get over here, it cleans up. So if you look at the reflection here, you can see the orange peel in this side. But over here, right here in this corner, because we're not sanding on the edge, we'll burn it up. And if you look at this lip where it meets this bend, you can see the orange peel on that side of the light. We got a pretty good finish on there. Let me get a different light. So here on this edge, it looks good. And then when you come down here, you can see it's a little bit, it's hard to see, isn't it? It's a little too light blue right there. We didn't get quite enough. And it looks like our clear coat I may have been moving too fast. So what we're gonna have to do is tape off, sand, and then respray right there. This all looks pretty good, except for right there. I don't like that either, but you're not gonna be able to see that unless you get down low. So the compressor interrupted my thought process, but maybe it'll come back. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back, but it's just time. It's time on the sander, 2000 grit. I'm just hitting it with straight 2000 grit and going all the way across. You work a little longer with 2000 grit on the sandpaper side, but you spend less time on the buffer. And so it's a balance. You'll get used to it. But I like to sand it where it's nice and smooth. There's going to be imperfections. That's just the way it goes. You can work on them or work around them. You take your pick. And then it's just time on the buffer. A compound with an abrasive compound to help smooth out those scratches, and then the 205 that I put on there, that helps to blend in the buffing, not they're not swirls. The 205 helps blend in the 105. So right here there was like a little line where the buffer went this way, and then you could see after that, but the 205 takes care of that, and it smooths everything out a little bit more. It's a finer abrasive. And then the last thing I put on was it's just a wax, a carnauba type wax to help fill in minute scratches left over and that other kind of stuff. And then once everything's done, whenever that is, you know, like the second place the truck's gonna go to is to an automotive car care paint place. Not a detailing shop, but like one step above that. So they can, you know, they'll work the paint and put on some ceramic coating. I'm gonna get some of that film coating on the running board so you can step on it without damaging the paint. Yes, you're gonna damage the film, but that's okay. That's what it's for. And you know, today's films, they said 10-year lifespan, pull it off at 8 in one piece and then reapply. So, you know, something for somebody else to worry about sometime later. But we'll talk about all that some more when we get closer. So now I gotta flip it over, do the other side, then I gotta do this. I gotta do the top rail. I'm gonna do that by myself. So I think I didn't have any burn through on this panel, so so far so good. I may be able to just do all the sides and put it away. I got 2 repairs to do on the, well, I talked about that earlier. But that's it for today. So yes, I'm still working on the truck. Yes, I'm still working on the Ducati, and I got a phone call a couple days ago. The motor for the Bertoni is out of the machine shop. It's back at Vic Autosports, and they're putting it back together. So a few more weeks and it should be back here, and we can start reinstalling that and spend less time on the truck and less time on the Ducati. But you know, it's a balancing act. I'm only one guy, and I know that y'all want to see this done, but I got other things too I gotta do. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.